All right, hell yeah. This might be the primo time. I've never made this movie just because I always forget. So what I did is I glued in an extra patch of material. That thing's 8 inches, 4 inches glued on one side, 4 inches glued on the other. Because this is what I have with my boat, is I glued that in. Now, the glue is started, this is kind of hella dangerous because like it's not even attached. Some places are glued. I need to come back through because if my foot did get caught in there, that would hella suck. But just in general, these are foot pockets. Like where I need it is good. I can even come in with Terraid or something. But hell yeah. So on this boat, it's the reason I think the floor does get protruded is because the floor is already way the hell up here, and then the tubes are actually way down there, but the floor is still substantial, where when the floor is inflated, it's already gripped way down there and then popped up into this space. Now that seems counterintuitive because I said the floor is lowered. Well, yeah, because the floor is like 4 to 6 inches, maybe 8 inches of floor, 8 to maybe 12, who knows. But yeah, so when the floor is inflated, it's still the lower portion in the boat, but it's attached way down there to the floor, I mean to the other main tube, and your foot can get caught in between this outer tube. You know what I mean? Like there's all I wanted. I just wanted my foot to go in a couple inches. And so that can be, you know, on an R1 boat designed, you might want to design your floor with minimal gap. I don't know, because this thing drains just awful. And I did make drain holes, but still, that's the one aspect of this boat I do not like, especially when surfing. Sometimes I'm surfing and I'm just like, hey, I want this thing to drain so I can do the next move, and it just doesn't drain. Okay, hell yeah. This might be a separate video because I was long as. But this is the biggest, best modification I've made to this boat, is to actually have a foot pocket, and this is substantially glued in fairly well. And so when the thwart is inflated, my feet can actually not go that direction. And I had to be very tactful, you know, especially in the corner. I had to glue this, you know, kind of at a wrapped surface. So there you go. So there's my corner. And I do need to come in with some glue and just make sure that seasonally that is tacked down. But these are pockets where I was getting into an issue where my whole leg was sliding underneath the front. So this is the front of the boat. You probably only need to do it once, but I did it on both the front and the back thwarts. But when I'm in a big front surf, my whole leg slid underneath. Like it was at least both legs. So both legs slid underneath, and now my body is here and I'm upside down. So that sucked. Both legs slid underneath and I was flipping at the same time. And that was you know what I mean? It could have been a drowning. It was close because I was able to pull my feet out from underneath here. But the only way I was able to catch a breath. But what I had to do is actually go back in underwater, hold my breath, and then push my way out from underneath that thwart. And so, yeah, that's the closest call that I've ever had. You know what I mean? The second I was upside down, I was like, ooh, I tried to catch a breath like a kayaker would do. You know what I mean? If they didn't know how to roll, catch your breath and then assess the damage. But when I was like attached, you know, and underneath there, I could catch a breath, but I couldn't pull my feet out. I actually had to go back underneath the water and then physically push myself out. So that brings up the idea of why I don't have thwart covers. Like, I do not care if these get moisture damaged whatsoever. So this is just kind of like, hey, this is my near-death experience, and this is why I don't have caps on these, because you might be able to deflate it. And so and it's just a reminder to maybe make this video. I've never made this video, but if you don't have this and your foot can get caught underneath it, just to make sure, you know, if you're thinking to have this, you know, in the chamber. So when sitting here, being able to access these valves, you can deflate it, you know, maybe. And who knows if you're going to be able to do that, but it's just one less step than twisting it off. But it gets you into that mindset. Deflating this and getting yourself the hell out of there might be easier than grabbing your river knife and trying to, you know, poke holes in your raft just to try to free yourself. All right, because yeah, entrapments are the deadliest in the whitewater environment. Okay, so that's going to be a video. So that's going to be my modifications. And if you think about it, this is the same modifications that a paddle cat would have. You know, it just comes standard because you don't have a floor, so you have to build this compartment. You don't have thwarts, and so you don't have anything to get your feet caught underneath. Okay, hell yeah. Thanks for joining me, and that's a video.